The NFL on EA Sports is in the great state of Tennessee at Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Derrick Henry. And he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. Eight yards to go on second down. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals' 26. On third down, Foreman. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Darrington Evans. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On second down, it's Henry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out. And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And this is good. Our score is 7-0 Tennessee. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Brandon Wilson now from his end zone. No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25. are going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Here we go. Ready? Let's go, defense.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
I'm one, right?
Now Burrow. This is caught. Touchdown Bengals. It's T. Higgins with a touchdown pass from Joe Burrow. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Here's Batson now, bringing it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tackle and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Tannehill now to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down now, it's Evans. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10". And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
A first down carry for Henry. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
2nd and 4. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Throw left side here, hauled in by the tight end, Ferkser. And the Titans are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
They'll run here with Evans. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Again, it'll be Evans. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Darrington Evans taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Titans have taken the lead. Bullock good on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. From his end zone, Wilson. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 43 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
I'm fine, ready? Check, check, 54.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Here's 2nd and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And that was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
2nd and 10. Burrow will throw. Open man is Uzomah. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Touchdown! Joe Burrow with a touchdown connection to Tyler Boyd. And the Bengals have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Here's Batson now, bringing it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And we'll see what they opt to do with just 14 seconds remaining until intermission. Now it's Tannehill off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. He completes it to Julio Jones. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. Out to his left. Complete. It's Henry. Not much there, only a yard. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Back to Mixon on second down. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Danico Autry drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. Here's Kevin Huber now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Foreman. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Here's Tannehill. And Jones has it over the middle. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw into the hands of Ferkser here. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Tannehill's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 23.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On first down, Foreman. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill looking for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to get the football back at their own 17. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows a defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
Now a carry for Pirine. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Got an open man, that's C.J. Uzomah. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
67 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. They'll run on 1st down. Henry. And some room to roam now. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, 49 yards. And the Titans on 1 play have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead is now 21-14. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. From his end zone, Wilson. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Bengals drive about to get going. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big play there for Cincinnati.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. On first down, Mixon, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Letting one go deep for the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. 1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, 27 yards. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Here's Batson now, bringing it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Evans. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Tannehill to throw. And that's complete to Brown. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Now Tannehill. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call them.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. And the Titans are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. They begin with Henry. First down and much more for Henry. And he's going to pick up a first down here as that clock continues to run. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Tannehill. He's got Henry. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now Foreman. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Here's Tannehill. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing Tannehill. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jones. A gain of 6 there on first. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
From his end zone, Wilson. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. 85 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. They'll run it here with P-Ryan. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Mixon. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to him.
Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we sign off from Nashville. The NFL on EA Sports brings us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Tennessee Titans.
McPherson about ready to get this going as we are underway now from Paul Brown Stadium. Cameron Batson now from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Down, but it's not going to get him much, maybe a yard, and that's all.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now a throw here, hauled in.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in secondary.
Tannehill on third down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let him get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on fourth down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. In lieu of the sneak on fourth and inches, they just say, give it to the big man to the backfield.
Yeah, fullback no less. Not many of those left in the NFL, but for those that have one, perfect time to use them, perfect time to get it done.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A carry for Foreman, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. To throw is Tannehill. That's complete to his tight end, Ferkser. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Tannehill. They'll roll him out right. He's got the tight end Ferkser right side complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
7 yards, the pickup there.
And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
From the 30 on second down, Tannehill. Rodgers brings it in. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
They'll run on first down. It's Henry, and he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Derrick Henry. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Bullock good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
From his end zone, Wilson. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go. 180. 180.
Now it's Burrow.
That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's a give to Mixon, and not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now he's going to throw deep right side, and this one is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, Defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Mixon with a first down carry. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Still 9 remaining on second down.
Here's Burrow.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked by Kevin Byard.
And the Titans are going to have it here at their own 15.
What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A first down carry for Henry. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Derrick Henry. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Working with his 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
We remind you in just a couple of minutes we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Bud Dupree able to get him for a loss of about 3.
Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Fourth and goal, and down by a touchdown. The offense stays on the field.
4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. He's going to look deep down the field. And it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard.
And the Titans will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Well, you think about it, though, that interception, great for his stats, but bad for field position. It was 4th down.
Yeah, terrific observation. If there is going to be a silver lining, and this is what he'll plead when it comes time to watch it again, hey, it was just like a punt, right? So we ended up taking possession of the ball. But you're exactly right about it. Should have slapped it down. Field position would be better for his offense. But how many times do you get a chance to make an interception that you turn it down? That's when your instinct kicks in and you take the football. In this case, a better decision would have been to knock the ball down.
So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Titans hold the lead and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Burrow looking to pass. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. That's sacked by the DN, Danico Autry.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Here's Kevin Huber now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And here's Rodgers on the return. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. It was Jordan Evans making the play defensively. From the 36, Tannehill gets this to Ferkser, the tight end. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
And that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Henry again on 2nd down.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
76 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Tannehill. Rolling to his left. Evans has it left side. A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
On 1st down, Foreman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Tannehill. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They'll run here with Evans. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Evans. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. So a little extra time to ponder this 3rd and goal as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry from a yard away bowling his way in. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And it's now 14-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Brandon Wilson to return it. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Well, Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. After the interception, here's Tannehill. Steps away. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They'll run on 1st down with Evans. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
95 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Tannehill. Sliding out of the pocket. And a catch right side by Evans. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry. A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Titans have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that makes the score 21-0.